Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory. Freud's theory explains that personality is shaped by unconscious motives and early childhood experiences. It involves three parts of the mind, which is id, ego, and superego, and five psychosexual stages, which is oral, anal, phallic, and latency, and genital. Unresolved conflicts in these stages can affect behavior in adulthood. Jean Piaget's cognitive theory. Piaget's theory focuses on how children develop thinking and understanding through four stages, which is sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete, and formal operational. Each stage shows how a child's reasoning and knowledge grow with age and experiences.
Jude, good afternoon, classmate. My name is Shaim Balateria, and I'm going to report the Lev Vygotsky theory of sociocultural development. Lev Vygotsky, a Russian psychologist, developed the sociocultural theory of cognitive development. In the early 20th century, his theory emphasized that a person's development is strongly influenced by social interaction, language, and cultural. Unlike other theories who focus mainly on individual learning, Vygotsky believed that learning happens first through interaction with others and is later internalized by the individual. Vygotsky believed that we learn best when we interact with others, such as teachers, parents, or peers, because they help us gain new skills and knowledge. We have five main ideas of theory. Number one, social interaction. Vygotsky believed that learning begins on social level before it becomes personal. Children learn by observing, imitating, and communicating with adults or more knowledgeable peers. Through this interaction, they gain skills, values, and knowledge shaped by their society and cultural. Number two, cultural influence. Culture plays a big role in shaping how individuals think and learn. So different societies use different tools, language, and tradition that affect how knowledge is passed down. Vygotsky emphasized that we learn and how we learn depend on the culture we belong to. Number three, language as a tool for thought. Language is a key part of Vygotsky theory. He said that language helps children express their ideas and organize their thinking. So as they grow, children move from using external speech to inner speech, which support reasoning and problem solving. Number four, Zone of Proximal Development, ZPD stands for. This is one of Vygotsky's most important concepts. So the ZPD is the gap between what a learner can do alone and what they can do with help from a teacher or more capable peer. Learning is most effective when instruction targets this zone, challenging but achievable with guidance. Number 5. Scaffolding. Scaffolding is the support given by teacher or peers to help learners to complete tasks with their ZPD, so as a learner becomes more capable. The support is gradually reduced until they can do it independently. Vygotsky sociocultural theory highlights the importance of social interaction, language, and cultural context. So in the learner in the development, it reminds educators that teaching is not just about giving information, but about guiding and supporting the student through meaningful social experience. By applying Vygotsky ideas, teachers can create collaboration and cultural responsive classroom that helps learners reach their full potential. And thank you.
Good day, Coach Jude. Good day, everyone. My name is Farena Julaini from BTV GSM. Today, I will be discuss about the Erik Erikson's psychosocial development. Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory explains how people develop their personality and sense of identity throughout life. He believed that development happens in 8 stages from infancy to old age, At each stage, the person faces a psychosocial crisis or conflict. How they handle these conflicts shapes their emotions and social growth. 8 stages. First is trust and mistrust, infant 18 months, which is the hope. The second is autonomy versus sheer love, 18 months to 3 years, which is the will. The third is initiative versus will, 3 to 5 years, which is the purpose. The fourth is industry versus inferiority, 5 to 13 years, which is the competency. The 5 is identity versus conclusion, 21 years, which is the fidelity. The 6 is intimacy versus vocation, 21 to 39 years, which is the love. 7 is generality versus coordination, 40 to 65 years, which is the pair. Last is integrity versus the spread, 65 and older, which is the wisdom. That's some degree to go to its goodness in life, but each stage of this challenge, like learning to trust and like become independent from the life. If you handle the challenges, you go emotionally and socially. It's important. It shows how personal development continues through life, not just in childhood. Help us understand why people act differently at different ages, guide parents, teachers, and counselors in supporting healthy development.
Hello everyone, my name is Gemma Tinagasa and I will be discussing about Lawrence Kohlberg's stages of moral development. Kohlberg's theory explained how people develop their sense of right and wrong as they grow. He believed that moral reasoning develops in 3 main levels and with 6 stages. These stages show how a person's moral thinking changes from simple obedience to a deeper understanding of justice and values. Pre-conventional level, which is typical in children. Stage 1. Obedience and punishment orientation. The child follows rules to avoid punishment. What is right is what keeps them out of trouble. Stage 2. Individualism and exchange. The child understands that people have different viewpoints. They make decisions based on what benefits them, what's in it for me. Level 2. Conventional level, which is common in adolescents and adults. Stage 3. Good interpersonal relationships. The person wants to be seen as good and acts to please others or gain approval. Stage 4. Maintaining social order. The person believes in obeying those and respecting authority to keep society in order. Post-conventional level, which is few adults reach this level. Stage 5. Social contract and individual rights. The person understands that laws are important but can be changed for the good of society. Stage 6. Universal principles. Moral reasoning is based on personal principles of justice, equality, and human rights, even if they go against the law. Adolescent. When children are young, they follow rules mainly to avoid getting punished or to get rewards. This is called the pre-conventional level. As they become teenagers, they start to care about what others think and follow rules to keep order in society. This is the conventional level. Later, as adults, some people reach the post-conventional level when they think about fairness, justice, and human rights, even if it means going against unfair laws. In short, Kohlberg's theory shows that moral growth is a step-by-step process, from simply obeying rules to understand deeper moral principles based on values and justice.
Good day, everyone. Good day, Coach Jude. My name is Sarah Jane Tingson Pawai, and today I will tackle about Bron Fenbrenner's ecological systems.
So, Bronfenner's ecological system theory proposes that a person's development is influenced by 5 interconnected environmental systems, which are the microsystem, mesosystem, exosystem, macrosystem, and chronosystem. So these are theory that emphasizes the development or a product of the complex interplay between an individual and their environment across all of these levels. The 5 systems are mesosystem, which is the connections between the different microsystems, such as the relationships between a child's and parents and teachers. So the exosystems, settings that indirectly affect the individual. For example, a parent's job, promotion, or loss can impact the child even though the child is not directly involved. Macrosystem, settings that overacting cultural context including socio-economic status, cultural belief, and laws. It shapes the other systems. So, the chronosystems, the dimension of time and how events, both historical and personal, influence development over a person's lifetime. This can include things like moving to a new city or the impact of social changes.